Hi, this is PC Roger. On this video, what we're going to show you is how I typically clean a machine of malware, or at least check for malware. And in this case, on this virtual machine, Firefox has been acting up, and one of the suggestions was to check for malware. And I don't think there is any, but I thought it was a good excuse to do this video. And you can see in the bottom right here, this little green house with a flag with a check mark, or whatever that's supposed to be. This virtual machine is protected with Microsoft Security Essentials, which is a free program. It does a pretty good job. It does not slow down the machine very much at all, and that's one of the keys, especially if you have an older machine, such as this VirtualBox virtual machine. Isn't really an older machine, of course, but what it does happen to be is low on resources. I can only allocate so much memory to it and still be able to run all the other things on the physical computer. So I don't want anything that's going to slow it down. Now, some of the paid programs that we do recommend from time to time or have discount coupons for on PCRoger.com do a real good job and will give you more features, but in this particular machine, the Microsoft Security Essentials is going to do just fine for us to prevent malware. Now, we're going to use Google Chrome. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for an anti-Trojan software that is free, and it does work pretty well. TDSS killer, we'll just go ahead and, the download or whatever. But what we want to look for here is bleepingcomputer.com is a trusted site. I've used them, or Kaspersky themselves, which is the company that actually creates this anti-rootkit utility. I think it might be a quicker download to do the Bleeping Computer link, so we'll click on that. And we're going to download the exe version. You can see over here the author is Kaspersky Lab, and I have a hard time pronouncing that. So forgive me if I did it incorrectly. Now you don't want to download here because that's actually an ad. But if you just hang on just a second, you can see this shows up and it's going to download to my desktop. That's the default that I choose because I like to be able to find things easily when I download them, rather than stuff it in some download directory. And that was quick. Go ahead and close Chrome. Downloads in process. No, it really isn't. And we'll double click tdskiller.exe and we'll run it. Check for updates. Now you can change parameters, which really doesn't do too much different, really, I guess. We're just going to click Start Scan. And there are no threats found. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the free version of Malwarebytes. I've created a link here. That we will use, pcroger.com/go/malwarebytes. It'll take us right to the download page here, and you can see you can either download now or you can buy now. Now, if you want the Pro version and you want some additional features, by all means, go ahead and buy it. It's worth the money. But we're just going to use the free version, which is good enough for what we want to do, to scan and clean. And complete your download, click here on the Download Now button. And here's some instructions. Go ahead and again save it to the desktop. It says open the installer, click yes or run, follow the instructions. It's pretty straightforward. And we can see here that it's finishing up now. Go ahead and close Chrome again. And we'll double click that file. It's from Malwarebytes Corporation. That's correct. Click Run. And we want English because it makes it a lot easier. And go through here. If you want to read all that, that's fine. I'm just going to accept everything, take the defaults. And we don't need the free trial of the Anti-Malware Pro for what we're doing here today. We do want to update the anti-malware, and we do want it to go ahead and launch it. What I'm trying to show you here is just free tools. And again, Malwarebytes is certainly worth buying, and you can follow that very link that we used to get here. But right now I just want to scan it and find out if it is going to detect any malware on this virtual machine. And that's one of the reasons I use a virtual machine, is so that I do have my real physical machine protected from any malware, anything I do in this virtual machine. The database was updated successfully, and the program's going to run here in just a second. Now what I normally do is just perform a quick scan at first, because a full scan on a machine with a lot of files takes a long time. And you can see here the flash scan is only available to licensed users. Read that as people who bought it. So we don't really have that option. We'll do a quick scan. And I'll pause the video here so you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing. But on this machine, it's not going to take very long. And here you can see that the scan is completed successfully, and click Show Results to spell detected objects. Now it says detected 3 items, and that's we're going to show you what these are. It shows you something here that doesn't make a lot of sense unless you know what it is, Security Center. And this is simply because I don't have all the check boxes they would like to have checked, for instance, to update Windows, to automatically download Windows security updates, and this firewall issue, and to have antivirus disabled. So these really don't mean anything, and you can just ignore those. And that's what I'll do, is ignore. Please select an item. I thought I did. Okay. And you go back to the main menu, and your scan results will be lost. That's okay. If you really think there might be some kind of a problem on the machine, just check Perform Full Scan, and that will take a while longer. But you can see here, if you go through the tabs, you can start their free trial, and here's where you want to check for updates, which we did. The quarantine information, logs, and ignore list. So those notifications that come from the Microsoft Security Center can be ignored. Some settings here. We really don't worry about this too much. And some more tools they have. And that's really about it. We'll exit out from there, and we can see here on the desktop some things we want to get rid of. Those files we downloaded. We'll go ahead and right click and delete those. Now the Malwarebytes is still going to be installed here. We just deleted the icon on the desktop. Now the TDSS killer, you are going to need to re-download when you run it, and that's fine because there are going to be updates anyway. If you leave it there, it's going to check for updates and tell you need to re-download it anyway after just a couple days, because there are updates quite frequently. But what I wanted to show you here was how to check for malware and how to actually clean it. These programs will clean it as well, and using completely free tools. The Malwarebytes has the option of the upgrade that is paid, and it is a worthwhile program, but you don't need to have that in order to scan and even remove a lot of malware. So that's what we do here when we have a machine that we think there's a chance that it is infected. As an additional step, you can even right-click and open this Microsoft Security Essentials and do a quick or a full scan here as well. And as long as it's in the green, you know that's been protected from the real-time protection. The virus and spyware definitions are up to date, but nonetheless, if you do have a suspicion, go ahead and run either a quick or full or both scan just to make sure, and it will tell you if it finds anything there as well. That's it for this video. If you want to click on the link in the description of the video, it'll take you to our website, give you some more information, and we will even try to set up some links to some of those programs that are downloaded here today, and some other kind of higher end computer security programs if you want to take a look at those. And we may even get an annotation here. You don't even have to leave the screen. Just click on that and head straight to our website. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.